In recent years, pole dancing has gained popularity, both as a form of fitness and a form of artistic expression. Yet misconceptions and stigma still cloud public perception of the sport. And I'm here today in Brisbane to find out what people think about pole dancing. Hello.
Hello.
Do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
Yeah, of course.
What, if anything, do you know about pole dancing?
Very little. It requires a lot of strength.
Well, predominantly done in strip clubs.
I'd say it's for strippers.
I think it's a very, very sexualized thing.
I feel like it's definitely looked down upon by sort of older generations.
It's quite erotic.
Hangar 66 is a Brisbane-based pole, kinesthetics and fitness studio promoting a welcoming environment for all abilities. It's a vibrant and inclusive community, and we've been lucky enough to speak with them today to find out more about the power of pole.
Hello.
Hey, hello.
Nice to meet you, I'm Gemma.
Hi Lynn, nice to meet you.
So Lynn, you're the owner here at the studio. What is Hangar 66 all about?
So Hangar is really a sporting institution where we do pole, calisthenics, yoga and everything. We're actually really all about the community. This is just a really, really good safe space for anyone to explore their sexuality, to feel comfortable in their body. When I first started, I was actually struggling a lot with my mental health, a lot of anxiety, a lot of depression. I moved to Brisbane, it was a completely new town. I didn't have any friends, the diet was different. I just wasn't comfortable. And that's probably one of the reasons why community means so much to me right now, just because it's done so much for me when I first started.
What mental health benefits do you think pole dancing has?
Learning to embrace my body for what it can do, really being able to hone down on what my body does for me rather than how it looks like was so important. And I see that a lot with my students as well.
I don't think I'd be as confident in my body without pole. I think pole is a fantastic sport because it teaches people to be proud of themselves for what they can do rather than what they look like, and it kind of breaks that stigma around body size. And it helps you also, I think, discover your sensuality in a world where we're kind of taught to hide that.
So you have kids. Would you be comfortable letting them start pole dancing?
Yeah, I would be super comfortable letting my kids start pole, but not every aspect of pole. So pole's very varied, like any dance form. It can go from really gymnastics, sport-based movements to exotic expression movements or sexualized dance. I wouldn't be comfortable with letting my children learn any type of dance, regardless of its pole.
Have you received any negative reactions to your sport?
So back when I started, if you said you were a pole dancer, people would go, well, what club do you work at? Or, why about you dance on my pole? All those ridiculous comments.
I think at the start, because 10 years ago, it wasn't really seen as a sport. I remember my boss at the time when I started taking classes, I told her, and she literally left for 2 hours and came back and asked me, am I not paying you enough? Is that why you have to be in the clubs on the weekends?
I don't think we can officially ever break the stigma about pole dancing. Fair enough, pole dancing stems from a little bit of stripping, and that's what people know pole dancing to be. It's very related to stripping, but I think it is very much an education piece that it doesn't actually have to be.
It's had amazing mental health impacts on me. It helps me regulate my stress. I'm definitely a happier person having pole dancing in my life.
I do think that there is a bit of a shift in the reduction of stigma, although it's not really super present.
I think people are getting more educated and a bit more open-minded about things like that.
In the future, if you ever have children of your own, would you want them to get into pole dancing?
Oh, well, if they were into it, then absolutely.
Oh, absolutely.
She was doing it for all of obviously the right reasons.
That'd probably be a red flag.
Yeah, make sure they're safe and happy.
Absolutely no doubt that it would help with mental health. I think it'd be a very helpful way to express your sexuality.
Fantastic. Any sort of moving and grooving, especially to music, I think is super beneficial.
Moving is good for your health, simple as that.